I've been wanting a boat and something that's capable of towing, so I found this. It is a manual diesel 2-wheel drive, which we're hoping to maybe do 4-wheel drive eventually. F350, extra, all the extra things, extra long bed, extra long cab. We're big people.
Yeah, that we are. So
He may not look that big, but
6'6". Okay, so
look at, he's taller than the truck. He doesn't need a little stepping stool to get in.
it's a tight squeeze to get through a gate. That's why we tuck the mirrors in. Just getting by it. Actually, with the mirrors out, you can get in here. But
So we're gonna do a little bit of a before tour, because our goal is not only to make it run nicely, but is to clean it up and kind of restore it and make it
a usable truck with all the amenities. Maybe not perfectly restored, but something we can use in like future plans. We'll probably put a 12-valve Cummins in it and an Allison transmission, and then 4-wheel drive it.
So it's gonna be a Frankenstein truck.
Yeah, it'll be
Ford body, Dodge motor, and Chevy transmission.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Allison transmission, but they use them in Chevy, so you could say that.
So give us a tour.
All right, but here it is. I mean, you can see the outside. It's a dually. It's got the quad cab. Everything's straight. Like this lines up, so you know it wasn't hauling a whole bunch. It only has 88,000 miles on it, but it's been sitting outside its whole life. So like, this is a perfect gap here. The undercarriage is just crystal clean. There's no rust anywhere. The doors, because these seals have taken a crap, it's just this one door, but the pinch weld at the bottom down here looks a little iffy, so we'll work on that best we can. I mean, if it were really up to me, I'd pull that back, sand everything down, put it back together, re-seal and pinch it, but we're gonna just see what our options are. Got to make sure it drains well, so we'll clean out any debris that are inside the doors for now. It's getting water in the cab, which has kind of ruined a lot of the carpet that's in here. These lights that are up top, let's go up top, these lights all leak, and that water comes down, hits the top here and goes in here, and it drips down the front and just gets on everything. It's probably ruined tons of crap up there, but that doesn't really matter because we're not really concerned with much of that. The seats are going to be reupholstered, or if we could just find seats for it for dirt cheap, might do that.
We're spending money on this.
Yeah,
it's not going to be just, oh, if we can find them.
Okay, anyway, so it'll have a good looking interior by the time we're done. We'll probably reuse this card up here and finish it differently. And it was a work truck, but I mean, the doors work fine, they shut great. The rubbers,
this one's missing the handle.
Yeah, that one's missing the handle.
So you have to roll down the window to open it.
The rubbers are all actually still pretty supple, which is amazing. I thought there would be some rips or something, and I haven't found any rips in any of the rubbers, so unless the water's getting in through that top and also through the door portion here, whatever other holes, it's like they have another hole up top there. It's probably dripping water down. So we're going to seal all the holes up on the top one way or another. And today we're going to rip the carpet out of it. And
that's
take
very
the
gross.
Yeah, French fries everywhere.
Okay.
So we actually got this from a company, Diamond Welding. Yeah, they build big old tanks. They do stainless steel, aluminum and stuff. And we haggled with them for a bit. And
that's going to be fun getting out of the back.
Got a spare motor for it, so that's another 6.9. It's got a Banks turbo manifold set up on it, which is pretty cool. There's two companies that make Allison conversion kits for the 7.3 Power Stroke motor, which I think is like a derivative of the IDIs. I'm not really sure because there's an IDI 7.3 and then they switched over to the Power Stroke. So if I could get a conversion kit, these motors are supposedly very, very good. They're very stout and reliable. They don't have a lot of power, but apparently you can get some good power out of them with a turbo. And this one has, you know, the beginnings of that system with a, I guess this is just a turbo mount. So, but it, you know, it's part of the battle. So if we end up turboing it, which would be really good, then we could do that. And if I could actually find the, I think the 7.3 Power Stroke bell housing adapter for the Allison will work. There's just a couple of other things that have to be sorted out. So I've done a little bit of research there. I'm gonna have to do a lot more. I think one of the companies is ATS and the other one, I'm not sure. I know it's a lot of information for now, but like if anybody has any comments, let me know. So maybe it's
We have
ACS.
a very, very narrow driveway. We barely made it fit.
And it's got the injector leaks. There's some company that makes an aluminum return rail for this. I think we're gonna buy that. I think I could talk to the guy that actually makes them. So the common problem with these, apparently this little plastic thing right here, see how loose that is? They just fail left and right. So you replace all these plastic things at the rail that sits over them, aluminum rail with seals, and it supposedly will get rid of that leak, get rid of that whole system. Right now, as it is, you drive it and it's burning extra diesel off the manifold. It just smokes like crazy. Dirty, nasty, big old nasty diesel. All right. That looks like we got a hole in our intake here. I guess that doesn't matter. Filter's here, so. Anyway, a lot to look at. We need, I mean, besides the interior, she wants to get started on the interior, and she forked out the initial money for this, so it's her.
We did some game planning yesterday, and we'll show a little bit of the initial game plan, but the interior just seemed like it was
She wants to
maybe an easier place to start.
Yeah. Well, not really. For me, it would be, well, it's a cheaper way to start, and we're kind of watching our money right now as it is. So.
Hell yeah, we are. We just bought a bike and a truck in the same week, so yeah.
So it needs 2 new batteries. For now, we're gonna clean up some of this cabling, get some new battery ends, and we'll clean all this up, make sure it's nice and reliable. I may do a single battery conversion in the future if that's even possible. With maybe a new starter, it might be possible. I'm uncertain right now. I got to do some research. But for now, 2 new batteries and the injector rail thing. Plus, it needs oil. It's extremely low. So some dipshits put the wrong oil thing in here. This goes down and it touches the very bottom of the pan, and that's how much oil is in it. So that motor is extremely questionable at this point, but I'll be doing be ripping all this stuff down and pulling out glow plugs or whatever I have to do a compression test on it. So that's up here fairly soon when we actually start digging into it. For now, drain all that old oil out, put in, I think it's 9.9 quarts or something like that. It's over 9 quarts. It's a shitload of oil. So we'll get some nice thick oil in her and see how she does, get the rails done, and then we'll actually be able to move the damn thing around. So that would be my priority is coming into a truck like this, is get it so it's movable first, then work on everything else. Kelly likes things to look pretty, so.
Well, also we have some limited availability for the next month, so we can't really start like on a big, I don't know, maybe it's not that big, but starting in the engine area under the hood seems like it's going to snowball a lot faster into a much bigger project.
I don't know, I can pop and swap a motor probably on this, and
That's what you always say, and it's never true.
I did it on my Toyota in like a day. 4-cylinder Toyota is super easy, but
all the wives know, oh, I could do it in a day. I could do it in a weekend. 4 months later. If you're lucky.
Well, I actually have to get that other motor on a stand and check it out. I need to pull it apart, make sure, you know, probably just freshen it up, new bearings, see if the cylinders need looking at. But it spins as is right now, so that's good. Anyway, all right.
All right, that's the before.
Yep, that's it.